My little sister who will watch the show always is like, you know, it wouldn't be so bad if I had just one bite. You know, like have you ever noticed that?
I don't know a fucking vegan, but I'll tell you, I'll tell you my first interaction with one. We were in Africa.
He knew one and he ate it.
What happened if your son came up to you, he's like, Dad, I gotta tell you something?
I'll find another son.
Oh my God, that's so fucking funny.
Dude, you better be careful what you're saying, bro.
This is the thing. This vegan says, hey, we're doing an interview on you and threatened to post this interview without actually interviewing me. And I said, fuck it, let's just talk today. This was the same day we went on a hunt with the Hadza. This was like a 14 fucking mile hunt. We do this thing. She tells me I said, hey, are you eating liver? She goes, I'm a vegan. And I said, this is going to be a great unbiased interview, right? I said, don't forget this. 8 of the 9 ancestral tenets are vegan friendly, right? So we're wrapped around the axle focused on this. My name is Liver King, and we should be wrapped around the axle here, right? Again, if you're going to pull one lever, make it fucking liver, because liver is going to change the trajectory of your life, and it's going to improve your mood, your memory. It's going to improve your drive. It's going to improve you in a way that you can embrace all 9. So I say liver is king. So make sure that you embrace the fucking liver. But listen, we have 8 other tenets that are vegan friendly. And I don't fault her for being a vegan. You know, it's the same way we are taking ownership out of our fucking lives. We're trying to pull the lever of eating to make a better life. So is she, right? Now, is she on the wrong side of history? Well, this is what I believe. This is what I know visiting with these tribes. But this is the last thing I'll say about vegans. Listen, if you're kicking fucking ass, if your mood is incredible, if you're dominating life, if your skin is fucking great, if you don't have cavities, you know, and I only say that because my wife is a retired dentist, and we had 2 really not favorable patient populations, and one of them is it's crystal meth and vegans.
Hand in hand. Wow. Same level.
So what I'm gonna say is this.
One lead to the other usually.
No, not at all.
They just eat so much vegetable, they're just smoking crack now.
What I want to say is this.
How do you think I got
a lot of vegans have figured out a way to make it work for them, right? And they're lacto-ovo vegetarians. Right? And they're finding other ways to get the choline or to get true bioavailable vitamin A, which is retinol. Like they're finding ways to make it work. So I just want to make this fucking clear. If a vegan's kicking ass in life and they don't have any issues, go kick ass in fucking life.
Yeah.
I love
right?
that.
It just seems like there's a lot more hacking that goes into high performance veganism than there is to just simply following this platform. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just simply be a vegan and win. You need to be a very strict vegan and win, it seems like, yeah.
Well, I would say a very strict vegan that knows where your nutrient deficiencies are.
Got it.
And you figured out how to overcome that because, I mean, you're not getting heme iron. You're not getting vitamin A. You're not getting choline. You're not getting real bioavailable B12. You know, there's a whole lot that you're going to be missing. But again, if you figured out a way to supplement with that and you're kicking ass in life, go fucking kick ass in life. And how much you want to bet these other 8 ancestral tenets, they're leaning into that shit.
Have you always been like this?
How's this?
Just like
Dominating.
Killing vegan sons.
Yeah, I don't know, just you know, on this meat craze, primal tenets.
This is a great fucking question. Here's the thing, my kids were really fucking sick. This was about 13 years ago. My kids were taking hospital rides, ambulance rides to the hospital because they couldn't fucking breathe because they were having anaphylactic shock. They were having these severe allergic reactions. And so out of medical necessity, we had to figure this shit out because every doctor had the same solution. It was more Benadryl, more EpiPens, more bullshit, right? And so enough is a fucking enough. Like, how long are you going to take that shit? And so I learned about this whole ancestral living thing, right? I mean, because everybody hears these these fad diets that come up, right? This is the original diet of our species, right? And so the whole concept of ancestral living, this is not like an Atkins fad diet, right? This is the way that we evolved since the beginning of time. And so I said, let's try this. And within a couple of days, you know, they made a 180. And I said, oh my God, if
That
my
quick?
kids, I would say about five to 7 days, a 180. And now we don't have to worry about EpiPens. We don't have to worry about Benadryl.
Your kids are pretty young though, right? So they had to have been like 1, 2, 3
Yep,
at the time.
that's right.
Did you look like this at that time?
No, because I didn't fucking know about that back then. You hear people talk about peaking in the early 20s. I'm 45. If you look at Brian, this is Liver King at 45. You look at Brian Johnson at 20, Liver King's gonna fucking murder that guy.
I believe that. He'd probably eat his testicles.
Yeah.
Too.
So this whole thing, this whole thing started out of medical necessity with my boys, right? And then it evolved to first principle thinking. And then it evolved to, oh my God, if my fucking kids were this sick, imagine how many kids could be saved if we can get this message out. And so we expanded upon the message. It wasn't just ancestral eating, it's ancestral living. So then it really became a responsibility and an obligation. Like, this is what we do now. This is my sole fucking job, right? And so when I got the opportunity to come on here, I told my wife, I mean, everybody knew like Liver King was never gonna go on a podcast. I was never gonna do this fucking, I was never gonna do social media, never do a podcast. And now I have the opportunity to tell millions of people how they can optimize their own life. So you asked me if I've always been like this guy. Number one, no. Number two, it happened out of medical necessity. Number three, when you figure out that you can live this way and you're geometrically happier, and then you see it touch other people's lives, and you see that kid Saul who ran across the Brooklyn Bridge, and you hear 15-year-olds on Instagram telling you that they wish you were their dad. I mean, this like changes the whole fucking game.
I wish you were my dad. Sorry, Dad.
You're not too far away, to be honest.
Yeah.
I wish you were too.
You don't, I'll tell you right now, my kids don't wish this, right? My kids appreciate me. My kids adore me, right? But like, my kids know hard fucking work, right? This is another thing I talk about is why are men such fucking pussies today, right? And
Because their parents are fucking pussies.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, they're
him,
all
Greg.
a bunch of fucking spineless little bitches. That's right.
He's not-
I feel like you
wrong.
two just
He's not
bottle a
wrong.
lot of shit up. And by the way, you're very well spoken for never being on a podcast before, and you are seconds away of going to a therapist. So just tone it back just a little
Wait,
bit.
you're not charging me.
See, this is what happens, and you want to eat more nuts?